Welcome back to another episode of Market Buzz. Today we have Demetris back from holiday, and Timothy's making some money on Ethereum. That's at least what I found out just before we hit the live button. We should be ready to go. Welcome everybody. Welcome to another episode of Market Buzz. Good to have you guys here. Make sure that you check out our portfolios in the link below if you're interested to look at what we are trading and what we're investing in. It's going to be interesting because we haven't had Demetris for a while, and the macro talk has been lagging. It's been a lot of crypto stuff, but it'll be interesting to see what happens today. But I've been wanting to talk about the big beautiful bill. I've been wanting to talk about a couple of other things. I need to dig a little bit deeper, but there's a couple of trades I'm going to be talking about today. So first things first, what's happening in the markets? Who wants to take this one, Timothy or Demetris?
All right, so let me go first. So I hide in my head. So what's happening in the markets? I've been paying attention to semiconductors lately, the earnings, AMD specifically, which by the way, I told you guys like 2-3 months ago about AMD. I didn't know it was going to be this big. I mean, I don't want to tell you guys that I knew it was going to be this big, but I had a feeling about AMD that it was coming up. And despite the earnings, which they were good, but the forward guidance wasn't exactly as investors expected. You are right, Nestor. NVIDIA, it's in a different level. NVIDIA, it's in a league of its own, and nobody's denying that. I never denied that. However, NVIDIA has 80% of the world's market in semiconductors.
Or at least AI chips, right?
AI chips, yes. Sorry,
yeah.
My bad. AI chips. So 80%, give and take. Are they going to get 85, 90? Perhaps. I don't think so. I think their sales and revenue is going to increase, but they're going to lose market share at the same time as the cheaper alternatives come into play. And then from those, you have to look into which are the best options, which is Broadcom, which I'm not a big fan of, and AMD. Taiwan Semi is a completely different story. Taiwan Semi for me is just an indicator, that an early warning that a tsunami is coming. So you look at them, and if they say that production is slowing down, then you know a tsunami is coming for the rest of them. That's how I view Taiwan Semi. And just to let people know, a private conversation we had on the Market Buzz chat the other day, you and I, Nestor, were talking about AMD, and I told you, and this is not financial advice, of course, but I'm just saying in the next 3 or 4 years, AMD will be $1 trillion market cap semiconductor company. Now it's 220, 230 or whatever. So if you are willing to hold, and you're going to get the fluctuation of the stocks, of course, the up and down, the volatility, it's there. So if you're not bothered with the volatility, you're going to get the thing that you got with NVIDIA 4 or 5 years ago. NVIDIA is going to keep being the leader, but we're not just picking leaders, we're picking stocks and companies that can appreciate and give us alpha. And AMD, it's a pick, it's my pick, I own it, I'm not planning to sell it. So yeah.
Nice. The thing about AMD, which I've always said, right? It's like AMD is number 2 in the race, but I think that there's so much sort of euphoria, and I wouldn't even call it euphoria. I think there's so much demand for AI chips right now, and we're trying to define what the stack's gonna look like, how the data centers are gonna develop, and inference is the strength of AMD. And it'll be interesting to see how the sort of product line starts coming. If they, like Lisa Su always catches up. She always seems to be second, but she seems to always catch up. So I wouldn't take her off the race. But yeah, I would keep a close eye on just how the products start stacking up as sort of like the AI study continue to develop, because I believe that there's gonna be enough for everybody to take around, right? And like sort of they don't have the NVIDIA story, which is like both the software and the hardware, but then they could potentially develop that as time goes by. Right? Every single company is looking to invest in this. We've seen CapEx increase like crazy, and AMD is definitely going to take some of that, but it's going to take a little bit more time, right? Because NVIDIA, I don't know if they got lucky or Jensen is just that much of a visionary that he was just like, I think the Hopper chips, when they made them, they couldn't even sell them, right? Like they had them in stock, and then all of a sudden, there was this need for compute, and then they were able to sell them at drastic levels, and now Blackwell is already like set up for that demand, right? So that's where we see sort of in that sector, which I really enjoyed. So I agree, AMD is going to do well. AMD is going to do really well. It's a little bit high, you know what I mean? Like you said, like I didn't expect this rally to happen this quick. But then again, like we're going to see volatility in the sector. That's something that will happen.
I mean, you asked me in the last episode I was on, and what was it, like 2 months ago or whatever?
A while back, yeah.
Yeah, and you asked me to give a price target, and at the time it was like I told you maybe we claim the 52-week high, which was like 180, and you look at me and you're like, really? It was like because from the 110 to go up there, and I don't want to lie, but I didn't expect this much appreciation in such a short period of time either. I was surprised too, and start going so hard into the earnings. It's never a good thing, unless they report a killer earnings report and they give you like a spectacular, like forward guidance. Then the stock is going to take a hit. But this is just a bump on the road, and if you're a long-term investor like we are, and you're willing to stomach the volatility, AMD is a good pick.
No, I agree. I agree for sure. I think it's definitely a good horse to back. I wouldn't take it away from Lisa Su, you know. Like I really like her. And they're cousins too, so you know, it's freaking, it's a crazy story. That's a crazy story. But yeah.